Okay, guys, now we are going to try round 2 of Asian carp, because if you can't beat them, make them tasty and eat them. Welcome to Nonna Snowden Cooks. We serve delicious recipes with some mildly inappropriate humor on the side and a charity on top. Okay, y'all. Now, y'all remember I had bought a ton of Asian carp from Dirk's Fish. Well, the last time I did those carp balls, and I was not particularly thrilled with how the food processor had got the bones out. So I called Mr. Dirk. He's a very nice guy. Y'all should call him. And I said, he said, you need to get you a meat grinder and you need to grind them twice. That's how they do it up there. So we are trying Mr. Whip's recipe from the plum tart. This is the plum tart lady's husband. And we are going to grind them up just like Mr. Dirk had said. Now, this meat grinder has, of course, caused Nonna to think that I am doing these videos for the sole purpose of getting more kitchen appliances, but that is not true. Because, you know, jump for the rose and all that. That's really why I'm doing it. In any case, the point here being, we are going to have the first time trying the meat grinder and see what happened to us. Whoa, that thing is loud. Don't say that's a bad word. All right, now you remember we had cut them up into strips and now we had run them through once. Now Mr. Dirk said to run them through a second time, so that is what we are fixing to do. Okay, y'all, come look here. I'm just doing this just to see if we have got all the bones mushed up good, and it appears we do. I'm not feeling a single solitary bone in there. With the food processor, there was still some bones in it. Okay, but look what had got stuck all up in the meat grinder. Ay, ay, ay. Well, see, now Mr. Dirk do know what he's talking about. He said, grind it twice, he'll be fine. So apparently he's right. And oh, by the way, this is another one of our series of food for the zombie apocalypse, because the Asian carp are an invasive species that are taking over a lot of the Mississippi and the tributaries, and they'll be plentiful to eat when the zombies come, you know. And technically, this is a recipe for crab. I just went ahead and, you know, said, hey, I bet this would be good with the Asian carp. Okay, so we're supposed to have tablespoon of the Worcestershire sauce. All right, we got a tablespoon of that. We got the half a teaspoon of dry mustard. Okay. We got some, now we're supposed to have white pepper and Old Bay, but I don't have any of that, so we're just doing the salt with the ghost chili because it's tasty. And then, okay, we got all our spices. We're supposed to mix this up in here. Oh, I'm going to just use my wooden spoon. Everybody needs a good wooden spoon, or 7 or 8 or something like that. Okay, then I forget what I'm supposed to add next. But you know what? I'm just going to do it. We'll see what happens to us. Okay, we're adding some mayonnaise, half a cup. Duke's mayonnaise is the only mayonnaise. Everything else sucks. Duke's mayonnaise, that's the way to go all day, every day on your mayonnaise. Okie doke. So all we did was mix the mayonnaise in good. Now the recipe says we got to add the crab, but we don't have crab. We're playing with Asian carp. So we're going to add the Asian carp. And then we are going to add the egg. 1 egg roughed up a little. Okay, there it is. All right. And then we're going to add a yellow bell pepper and an apple, which I thought was kind of strange. But like I said, I don't know. We're finna find out, aren't we? Okay. And parsley. I almost forgot the parsley. I got to add a tablespoon of parsley or so. And because this goes with pretty much everything, we're adding some of Mr. Dan Pastorini's delicious garlic and herb. Okay. And then I'll mix this up good. Okay, guys, so now we add the breadcrumbs. Now, I like the panko breadcrumbs, but I failed to buy another pack, so this is all we had, and this is definitely not going to be enough. So we're going to throw that in there, and we're going to mix them up. And it's kind of like the consistency that we have on the meatballs, when in the meatball video. Okay, now Mr. Whip did not give us a measurement on breadcrumbs. It's kind of like with the breadcrumbs with the meatballs. You just got to get it to the right consistency that you want. And to do that, you got to get your hands in it. That still needs a little. I wonder if the fish is just going to have to be a little wetter than your average ground beef meatballs. I don't know. We will find out. I would give an estimate of maybe 2 cups of breadcrumbs, but again, it's more about the feel, and you just have to do it. Okay, so now we're doing some fish patties, and we just making them just like little hamburger patties. We're rolling them and patting them and squishing them down, and they seem to be holding together pretty good. So I think this is going to work out overall. Okay, guys, now the next step is to fry your carp cake. Yeah, it did not go long at all, maybe 20, 25 seconds. This is good and quickly done. And Mr. Whip said that you need to drain your fried stuff in a rack so the oil drips down and it does not sit in the oil. Woofy, Nonna loves you. Now, the next step for Mr. Whip's recipe is we have to spray this with some canola oil. So poor Nonna's not going to have the challenge of trying to clean one of my stuck-on pans later. And this is going to go, I've preheated the oven to 400 degrees. And these are going to go in the oven for 10 minutes. This looks fairly tasty. Now, let's go ahead and make sure we are cooked all the way through. Yep, we are definitely cooked all the way through. That looks good. All right, we're finna do the taste test in a minute. Okay, guys, let me tell y'all what. Nonna has already took a big old bite out of this, and he has explained that it is delicious. So let's see what I got here. And I'm putting a little cocktail sauce on it. That is really tasty. Really tasty. Definitely, this is a must-try recipe if you decide to get you some Asian carp. All right, now, cook, skydive, have fun, give back.